Hey, what's up, y'all? Marjack79 here. And today's video is kind of a PSA more so than anything else. So the PlayStation 5 released in North America on November 12th, 2020. Today is November 23rd, 2021. It's been roughly 1 year and 1 week since the PlayStation 5 released to the public. And still to this day, it is virtually impossible to find a physical copy of the console on sales for general merchandising areas in stores like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop. They still have to be ordered specifically from an online app where you basically have to follow the app, make sure you have your notifications turned on your smart device, and then the app will tell you maybe when the consoles will drop into their system. Then you have to enter basically a bidding system to where you can actually win the opportunity to actually purchase a console. When I bought my PlayStation 5, it was at 7:15 in the morning. It was from the Target app. I basically had the PlayStation 5 in the app in the cart ready to go, but it kept continuing to say that it was sold out. So I literally refreshed the app for 45 minutes until the app finally said that it was ready to process the purchase. So I was able to process it and secured my PlayStation 5. I've been gaming for 30 years. 30 years of life. I've played the original NES, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Sega Saturn, the Sega Dreamcast, the Nintendo 64, the Sony PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5, the Xbox 360, the Nintendo, GameCube, Wii, etc. You get what I'm saying. I do not remember throughout my entire lifetime it being this difficult to secure a video game console. What is going on in today's society? This is crazy. It's been a year and a week, and I really don't even know anybody that has the system. It's me, and I know my older brother has one. Other than that, like all the friends that I, used to game with back in college and high school, it's a couple of friends that I know on Facebook that I'm still kind of close with that has one, but they don't even live here. But there's really nobody else that I can think of. No, you know what? I take that back. It might be maybe 3 or 4 people out of 1,000 friends that I have on Facebook that I know that has one. Other than that, I know people that's still hunting for one to this day, and they just still cannot find one. Sony, you have failed. You failed your consumer base. The only console that I can remember that maybe was a little bit close to this was the Nintendo Wii. I remember when Wii Sports came out, I sat out overnight at Target for about 5-6 hours. It was a cold November morning to secure my Nintendo Wii. I do remember that. That was pretty bad. But I feel like even a year after the Nintendo Wii released, people were not lining up, freezing their toes off to still secure the console. I mean, this is not good. And it's so bad because the scalper community surrounding this console is just destroying the nature of what makes video games special in the first place. These things last year around this time, they were selling to around $800, even. All right, that's fine. At one point, I even considered getting one because I was so frustrated. I was right in the middle of that hunt of trying to secure one, just couldn't find it, and finally got lucky. Because it was pure luck. There was no skill or strategy utilized in securing this console. I just happened to wake up extra early that day. I pulled in for work like 15 minutes early and just sat on the app and for 15-20 minutes and finally was able to get one. but it should not be that difficult for a year and a week later to still secure this console. And people that are really paying $900 to $1,000 for this console, stop it. Please stop. I've had this console for a year, and I have to tell you the truth, man. It's only worth the $500 that I paid for it. And that's not to say that it's a bad. I just don't think it's worth what people have generated in their minds that are paying double the retail value for this. It's not worth it. You just have to do a little bit of research. I wouldn't try to focus on every store around your city. You need to just pinpoint one store. For me, it was Target. Pick one store and then just focus on that one store's inventory. Go in every time you go in that store, maybe ask for a manager, see when they might particularly be putting the consoles into the app service, or just make sure you have your notifications turned on your smart device so that you will know when the consoles come in, so that you can at least have a fighting chance to secure your console. I get it, man. I get the frustration, but literally the worst possible thing that you can do would be to pay that scalperish price to secure this console. It's not worth it. I'll tell y'all a story. I was over a friend's house and she had secured a PlayStation 5. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, sweet. Where'd you find it at? And she was like, oh, I got a good deal. You're not going to believe this. Are you ready for this? I'm like, sure. So I found a person on the Facebook marketplace and he was selling his for $900. And I figured since they were sold out everywhere that was a hell of a deal. So I jumped on it. And I was like, can I get that for $900? And he was like, yes, you can. And just for an extra $50, I'll throw in a controller as well. And she was like, let me get that too then. You got to have the controller with the console. I was like, oh, God. Oh, God, no, no, no. Internally, I said this. My facial expression probably said it as well. But what came out of my mouth was like, oh, that's so great. That's so wonderful. Congratulations. Congratulations. I literally didn't have the heart to tell her that I only paid $529 tax for my console. And it came with a controller. This story alone is just further proof as to why the situation is so bad. I thought maybe the scalperisms on eBay would have went down in price, but no, it's only gotten worse. I mean, is it going to be even worse after another full 365 days? Huh? And the sad part is that Sony really hasn't even addressed it. Do you know that people are literally just buying these consoles at this point just to sell them on eBay? You would think that they would make a clause with eBay or the other secondhand markets to be like, hey, you cannot sell brand new consoles on this site anymore. It's not right. It's not fair. Do something about it. Come on. I mean, I hate to sound like that cliche consumer, but Sony, do you care about your customer at all? You're really saying like, as long as our consoles sell, that's really all that matters to us. We don't care who gets the consoles, just as long as they sell. But Sony, here's my reply to that. The consoles are not going to your actual customers, your customers that care about your games, about what you're doing in your company, that have been passionate about PlayStation for the last 25 years. How can you explain to little Travis, who's 6 or 7, how does little Travis explain to his parents that he wants a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, and his parents go to Target or Walmart trying to find a PlayStation 5, and all of the workers at Target and Walmart laugh behind little Travis's parents' back like, do you have the app downloaded? That's the only way you're getting one. And Travis's parents is like, what? What is that? I have to do all of that just to acquire a video game console? No, little Travis, you're going to get this football or this scooter and you're going to be happy. Like, it's like you're destroying an entire generation of new kids who want to try out video games. You know what I'm saying? My life was defined the first time I picked up that Nintendo Entertainment System controller and started playing Super Mario Brothers. My literal entire life has been defined by that one moment. I have not stopped playing video games since that moment when I was 5 years old. You know, those little increments of time in a child's life is so important. And if they can't even get the console to try it out, you're kind of shooting yourselves in the foot. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, you can take my comments in my video like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why whoop-de-whoop. But I'm like, all right, well, just do what you do. But I had to get these thoughts out. It was crazy. So what I want to know now is your thoughts. Have you been able to secure a PlayStation 5? Are you a Sony fan at all? If you are, comment below to this video. Let's blow this video up, man. Let's see if Sony cares enough to see enough videos like this so that they can maybe increase production of the console, or if they can put a clause in the retail stores to at least produce enough to get a certain amount of consoles into the stores, or at least set up some kind of a clause with eBay or Mercia so that they can stop selling brand new consoles that are clearly scalped. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that notification bell icon. We do video game content on this channel from time to time, especially when I feel passionately compelled to say something about it. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjake79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, I will see you guys on at the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.